Dave has arrived and he has brought grease. Fortunately you can't, there we go. Bob is going to go back on his wheels. Aren't you, Bob? Shall we use the really shit dangerous jack, or shall we use a proper jack?
Let's use a proper jack.
Okie dokie. Right, welcome back to another video with the Rusty Nuts, and we're back at Madford and Bob. I'm breaking away from the bulkhead. The majority of the work is done on this now. It just wants seam welding in, and this is a good practice bed for Dave, because you can weld along here, and if he messes it up it doesn't matter because it won't be seen because the dashboard goes in front of it. So I'm going to leave that for Dave to weld in, and then they need spot welding in where my hand is now, and there's a couple of little patch repairs to do, so Dave's going to tackle that today. My aim, Dave's not here at the minute, we're here, me and Eileen are here early morning. My aim is to get it back on its wheels today, well this morning ideally. I want this truck to be back on its wheels before Dave gets here. That's my aim. That means we can roll it, move it, and then do the other jobs that we plan to do today. So that's what we're going to do, and in order to do that we're going to rebuild the hubs. So we've got a bucket full of parts just here, nice new parts. And the first job that we have to do is remove the link bar, unbolt these here at the back, take it off, put it in the vise, and then start to strip it down. And hopefully we don't have to mess with the shims. That's my hope for today, but we'll see. So first job is to remove the track rod. So we'll do that now. Okay, so like we said, first thing to come off is the track rod. So, oh dear. There we go. And then there's a couple of ways we can do this. One is use a bush splitter, track rod splitter, I can't remember what you call them. Anyway, it's like a fork and it goes through here and pushes it out. Or you can twat both sides of it with a jammer. God, that's tight. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit it with a hammer. There you go, you see? That is all you need to do. So exactly the same principle on the other side. Right, next job then is, now we've got the track rod end out, you can see track rod, the link pipe, you can see they move nicely, but we're going to rebuild them, just because they're a bit scraggy and we're at this point now, so we might as well. So we've got to undo these bolts. Unfortunately you cannot get a tool on it, a Team Yellow, which is most disappointing. So we have to go back to the old-fashioned spinars. I hate not being able to get tools on things. Right, you get the message, so I've got to do that several times over, and then I'll bring you back when we're on the bench. Remnants of a previous seal, get that off, and then give it a clean. Obviously if anybody's dealt with the EP90 or fork oil before will know that these are particularly smelly. Right, now we should be able to use a bit of want some contact clean. I don't mean contact clean, I mean lubricant, and then the little special, bear with me, water displacing. You want some of that, and we want the little gun. Little Team Yellow. Okay, so we'll put some just give them a chance to come out. It says these have a habit of snapping, so try and give it all of the help that we can. Right, now we need to find the correct size socket, which is it going to be Imperial? Do we think? It is. Good grief. So it is a 7/16, and then yes, move some of this stuff out of the way because Mick's been busy. Obviously he's been busy, it's his job. So we'll just make sure we've got a... That was it, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Right. So it's not struggling, I'm going slow on the trigger because I don't want it to get damaged. Oops. A little bit ambitious with that one. And that one. That one's a completely different size, held in by lots of bits of washers, and there's a spanner on the other side.
And that's bent.
What's bent?
That ball we've got in your hand.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, way too... Why would they put... Well, they probably haven't. Somebody has decided to put a different size bolt. So I'm going to guess that this will be metric. Yes, of course it's metric.
But
so we'll not use the gun on it because it'll be the wrong strength bolt. And then the spanner is completely different size, obviously. Why wouldn't it be? It's bigger than a 3/8. But it will be smaller than a 7/16. Oh, okay, I'm wrong.
So the nut's the right size?
Nut's the right size.
And if the bolt snapped when you ever took it apart?
Yeah, I would say so. Right, Bobalicious. I'm sure we can do better than that. See if we can find one before we put it back in. Right, so rear seal plate comes off. All of this is going to want a thorough clean. Very good, very nice. Right. I think so, yeah. That sounds like a job for Eileen. Right, so now we've split that. Obviously the main steering hub is held in by these two uppers and lowers, but we don't want to take these off unless we have to. By adding the new seal, it's going to make the whole joint a little bit tighter. So we're not going to mess with it unless we have to. The good thing is that when we took the link bar off, this one had the right feel of resistance that I would expect it to have. I'm not an expert, but it certainly felt alright. So we just got to get those out.
Do you take that out before I clean it or after?
Yeah, I would take it out before. So we need some kind of tool. Well, I know he's got a bearing removal tool, but we probably do want to pick as well. So we've got a pick, but I don't think it will pull out.
Maybe need 2 picks.
Maybe I do need 2 picks. Somewhere in there he's definitely got a tool for... Oh, hang on, that moved. Ah.
Whole thing is a seal.
It's all a seal. That's disgusting. Okay. Well, I'll faff about getting the seal out if you want to give that a clean.
Okay.
So we don't need to film that. Eileen's going to give this a clean. I'm going to get the seal out, which looks like it goes in from inside. It does. So it's a case of me putting it in the vise and flicking it out. So there's nothing too technical to see there, and I'll bring you back if there's something different to see. Right, so all this is now cleaned up, and I cleaned this up to flick the old seal out, but it turns out that this metal ring is part of the new seal, and you couldn't tell that until you cleaned it. So that's the old one. We've been in there now. Eileen's given it a really good clean in the parts washer. I've just been over it with some brake clean just to get the loose bits out, like that. I'm going to just run over the edge with a wire brush. That's been cleaned up with the wire wheel now, just to get the mating surface nice. We can stick the new seal in, which is this one here. You can see the metal ring is actually part of it, and the rubber seal is the back part of it. The spring goes towards the oil, so it's a little bit of a tight fit over the top, then that drops into there like that. Get rid of the rubbish, and then the back plate, which has been cleaned up. I've got all of the loose rust and pitting off it. And this isn't. This doesn't need to seal perfectly, because this literally just holds the seal in place. So we don't have to put any sealant or anything like that on it. And then we can just wind the bolts back in. Now, one of them was made up of a metric bolt, nut and a load of washers. So that is the seal replaced. We can't tell what the resistance is obviously until it's back on, so the next stage is we get this one back on. We want a little bit of goo on here. Yeah, so we put a little bit of sealant on this, because the actual gaskets are pretty shit, so we put this on it instead. Da, da, da. Oh, there it goes.
Nice and delicate, yeah.
Nice and delicate. Right. Okay, and then smush it over.
Morning.
Morning.
You alright?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
How are we doing?
All right, you?
Yeah.
Right, gooey, gooey, yup, yup. So that's a nice layer of the sticky shit. And now we just need to put that all back together. Clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean, clean. So nice clean surface.
Yeah, it's a notification. I've got
Nice clean surface.
notification. I've got to drop in some off that's cricket, which I've just done, and it's still telling me about it.
And then squishy wishy. And then I try and hold it while putting the bolt through and end up dropping it. One of them. One of them. Yeah.
Did it come apart all right, dude?
Yeah, this one's fine. Somebody had replaced, drilled through and put a nut and a load of washers on it. So I've replaced it with the correct size bolt, nut and spring washer.
Yeah.
And a flat washer on this side.
Yeah.
Just
So that
mainly
might
to
have
keep you
be-
happy.
That might have to be adjusted because it's meant to stick out. If there's a lock stop.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is that why it was so long then?
Yes.
Ah. Okay, well, we could put a longer bolt in it.
Because you'll find, yeah, the tyre will hit here.
It was actually facing the other way as well. Oh, okay.
No, that's fine like that, but it should have a lock nut this side as well.
Right, okay. Well,
We can
take-
adjust that after.
Yeah, we can take that
We'll
off.
get the tyre out. Right, these sorts of light lenses out.
Not today, we've run out of crusted creams. We'll worry about that in the future.
That'll be a problem. We'll pick it up in warranty.
Yeah. Seepage.
You filming, sir?
When it comes to putting the
I think that feels fine.
bits, that's when the bolt,
The hinges.
he wants you to do it.
Yes, I would like you to do the windscreen. I'd like,
You want it as
I'd like the
okay.
weld to be
Yeah, no
perfect.
problem. No problem.
And we need to, actually, the two bonnet stays need to go back on before we fill.
You can use that one as if you got.
Well, we've got the measurements here.
Oh, you do.
But yeah, I'd like the welds to be spot on, and
Okay.
it'll take me a few attempts to get anything close. So,
Oh, try.
Whereas you should be
No
expected
pressure.
to do it first time.
No pressure.
so half shaft in, which is the long one. Come in. Oh, you mother trucker. You got to make her work for him. Right. Mexi refuses to climb. She waits for the human to lift her. So, half shaft's going in now. Hopefully. You just got to try and find the hole. got to just get it right. Find the positive engagement. It's there somewhere. Just know it. Just got to find it. See, look at that. Now, it's got to go in a lot more than that. Otherwise the wheel will be out here. Good morning. There we go. Right. New stub axle.
Okay, you're good now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I won't fuck it up too badly.
So you've got silicone on there,
Silicon on,
slot at the top.
slot at the top, yeah.
That's it.
Then back plate.
Back plate, and then the seal catcher. You might have to bend the brake pipe a little bit. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But you can do it afterwards because it catches on the stub axle. On the what's the name? Have you dug your bolts out?
No, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Shorter ones.
Shiny bolts.
Shiny one.
Oh, they've already got spring washers on. You're all right then. So what I tend to do is put one in, put that through your back plate with a bit of thread lock on.
How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Make sure I've got them all first. Hello there. Who the hell's sending me a text message? Right. 6. Okay.
Alright, there's one here. That's it. So if you hold that up, and I'll put that in there. Something's not lined up somewhere, I don't think. You're there somewhere.
Because that feels like
It's like a half shaft. Oh. Oh no. No.
oh,
Keep going.
it's hard to
I
tell.
think these are Whitworth as well.
No. No.
That's not in the right place then. Yes.
I feel like positive engagement.
Yes.
This is good news.
There's a bit of washer missing off that one.
Sweet wash.
Yeah, I've got it. Got a new one on.
Roger that. Thank you, sir.
There should be a torque setting for them as well.
I'll see if I can find it in the Book of Lies.
Probably won't.
Probably not. Right, there is no torque settings for these that we can find, so we're just going to tighten them up to what feels right. We've been through the entire Haynes Book of Lies, and there is nothing for these bolts. The only thing that we can find is the flange bolt, which is for that. So, okay, back plate is on, seals are in, half shafts in, they're tightened up. We've got the bleed nipple in the bottom, brake pipe in the front, bleed nipple at the bottom facing the front, and then the brake line goes in here where it feeds in from the flexi. So yeah, that's that done. So we've got the bearings here. They need greasing up. We've got the middle washer. We have got some new parts, so I'll go through those in a second. Then we've got wheel nuts. We've got the main big washer. We've got a couple of lock nuts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, everything is big and heavy. There's the drum. 6. We got 6 of those. We replaced that, so we don't need that. That then goes and attaches to the front of that. Sorry, to the front of that. So that goes on there with the bearings. That needs a new rubber seal. There is the pick on the desk. Could you just grab it for me, please? So we've got some, oh shit, got some new bits here. Thank you. One of the new bits is a new rubber O-ring for the doohickey or the whatnot, which are there. So that goes over there for the cat to sit on. It goes in there nicely. So that's ready. That's ready. We need a half shaft seal when it comes to it, which is in there. I have no idea what they're for, because does it go in there? No. Yeah, I have no idea what they're for. I think they might have been for the inner ones, but they're too small. Yeah, it just says oil seal. Yeah, but they're way too big. So I've got a feeling they're the wrong ones. But right, I know that goes over there once the hub is on. So this bit here goes onto that bit there. Oh, I know what they're for. Yes, of course. Right, so yes, we've got the new seals to go on the back of these as well to keep the grease in. So we've got to grease up the bearings now. We haven't got a lot of grease left. Right, so we can't do any more on that side until the grease has arrived. So we'll move on and dismantle the other side, which you don't need to see. It's exactly the same as this. So once we've got grease, I'll come back to you. Right, grease has been found. There was a massive tub of it. I didn't realise. But we have got new grease anyway to replace what we've used. There is... what was the other thing that was wrong? Oh yeah, the seals were wrong, but now we've got the right seals. Can I have one of the bearings, please, Pet? One of the bearings, please. And then I need I also need one of the rear seals, but I don't know where they are. Is that it? That's it. So this is what we needed. The ones that we had were Discovery ones, so they were incorrect. And then you use the end thingamajig. And that pushes it into the right distance. Eh? How good's that? Bit of engineering for you. So that then goes on there like that. Then we need the other bearing, please, Pat. You sure do. Thanking you. Okay, then we have, no, that is a lock washer. We don't want the lock washer yet. We want that. That goes in there like so. Then we have Are you talking to yourself or the camera? So then we pinch the bad boy up. Okay, and then spin it in the direction of travel, like so, and back it off and pinch it up. Then your lock washer in between, then your other nut over the top. Then this one gets torqued up to FT.
Bending the mould.
FT. I mean, I'm only scarred for life.
It took a long time for that weld burn to heal last time. I don't really want that again.
So delicate then.
So delicate. I just like my PPE now. I respect it. Kind of want it to be a bit longer. I hear that weld's not going to kill me. Well, yeah.
Not straight away.
Not in small doses. Right. There is no reason why I can't.
Say again?
There's no reason why I can't weld this.
There is no reason you can't weld this.
Back in again now.
That one's missing a spring washer. There was a big pile there. Thank you. Could I have a split pin, please, or the split pin box? And then finally, the beauty cap.
Slowly.
Oh, it's gone further than it did before.
So we'll have to make a note that we need to take that offside cover part and repair the brake adjuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just needed your touch there, mate. Can't forget one-shot grease. Wheel time! When do we put the props in? When there's a gearbox to attach it to.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right then, Bob has got his front axle now, wheels attached, it's ready for paint. He's now at the point where we can drop him down, we can roll him out, we can put the tub on it, we can then weld these brackets in, and then that's the chassis ready for paint, and the bulkhead, in fact, ready for paint. So I reckon we'll get that done today. Set your goals high. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this one. This was the front axle episode, and we're going to continue on now anyway, but you'll see that in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. The like makes the algorithm work and moves our videos up so people can see them, which is nice. Have a look in the description below. You'll see there's links for Patreon, buy me a coffee if you fancy giving us a bit of a donation towards Bob or Bob's trailer or Sandy or anything really. It's very expensive. And there's links to Mix merch, our merch. Go sort it out, you know the story, and we'll see you in the next one. Bob is going to go back on his wheels. Aren't you, Bob? Shall we use the really shit dangerous jack, or shall we use a proper jack?
Let's use a proper jack.
Okie dokie.
Whoa!
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'll be the pads dragging on the drums. Bobalicious. Yeah. Bob's back. He certainly is. That's a little bit of a bonus bit to the axle, that, so there you go.